A very nice series of higher highs and higher lows have appeared over the last 4 trading sessions, and this signals a continuation of the current trend. I have gathered yet another macro signal that is suggesting a continuation to the upside, so let's dive right into the charts for a look into the next sessions. Welcome back to the channel on this happy 4th. This is ARCa. Let's pop into GameStop. Let's kill them, team. What is up, you guys, and welcome back to the channel. Please do me a favor, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, do everything necessary to get this thing to live long, thrive, and survive. Let's go ahead and take a look at GME here on the 5-minute chart, and this is actually just to present to you what happened during today's trading session, right? You guys, we were able to give you the receipts, we were able to give you the top side range and the lower range for today's trading session, and as you can see, price action actually respected everything that we were talking about during our market prep, right? So if you took advantage of that, congratulations to you. Let's go ahead and now take a look at the next chart right over here, right, you guys? So this is now a chart that's giving you several targets, right? And please remember that I do have them up here like this so that you can grab yourself the receipts, right? Grab a screenshot here. This is information here for pivot points, right? It's giving you the areas of interest, right? So as you can see here, what I'm pointing out is actually a bottom side that has already tested 5 times, right? So usually when we're experiencing tests of a current resistance or a support, it sometimes is pretty good to identify 3 tests followed by a 4th and 5th true breakout or confirmation test of support or before a breakout, right? In this case, we definitely got those 3 tests. We got 4 and then 5, and now we're actually getting this upside, right? So very nice here for this asset. And I do believe that it does have some continuation to the upside. So I'm just going to go ahead and say that right out loud because I know a lot of people want to know, what it is that what my bias is, right, for direction. So it's all good, guys. I'm telling you right now that there is a potential upside continuation. Of course, there is going to be a little bit of, I mean, guys, we have the 4th off, right? And today was a short day. Or yesterday was a short day, so that kind of puts pressure into things, right? It puts a little weirdness out there. So anyway, let's just go ahead and take a look at the next chart here and see what's up. So this is the next macro signal that I wanted to show you. So what you're observing down here is actually the accumulation distribution chart, and this is on the quarterly chart. And since we just got the quarter close on Friday and we opened up the new quarter, it would be imperative for us to look at what the shift would be into the next quarter, right? So in this case, you can see that this was the quarter end, and then the next pivot here would tell us what that trend is looking like during that phase. So this is directional completely, right? So if this is suggesting a continuation to the upside, then it's upside. If it's suggesting downside, then, starting from up here, clearly that's downside, right? So yeah, getting the quarterly close with an even deeper pivot towards an upside kind of tells us here that there is still strength being built from the asset within, right? So this is really good stuff, and it did actually follow a pretty nice regression here, right, before experiencing that continuation to the upside. And yeah, so this was that next macro signal here on accumulation distribution that I wanted to show you because I was very excited to identify this right here. I did look at the semi-annual chart as well because we did get that semi-annual close. So here it is. I'll give it to you anyway, right? So the semi-annual close, the shift would be from this candle to this candle, right? So you can see here that, yes, we are still suggesting a continuation to the upside from this pivot to this pivot here, right? So that's good. It is still suggesting it. However, of course, it doesn't look as strong as it could look, right? But it's all good. That means that people are currently still accumulating the asset, and it's still running towards a potential upside, right? Of course, these indicators, they're not perfect. They are completely lagging, as you can tell right here, right, by the monthly and quarterly and semi-annual. So it's good to take them with a gigantic grain of salt. The size of the earth on your back, as I say, okay? So now, guys, I'm going to go ahead and take you in here to our proprietary algorithms, right? So this is, these are the algorithms that you can actually, I actually think you could Yeah. So I'm just going to go ahead and put this up here because they are available to you. But we're going to get the buy-sell indicators or the buy-sell criteria based on the present price action of GME to see if we have an upside continuation or not, right? So let's go ahead and just put this here at arcindicators@gmail.com. So go ahead and get in touch with us for these incredible tools, right? So just to kind of put things into perspective here, right? You get a short signal, that means downside. You get a long signal here, that means upside. You get a short, that means down. Long, that means up. And we don't have a short signal present. So this means that there quite literally may be a continuation to the upside, similar to the long signal that we got here, right? So that is a very, very, very curious thing for me to observe, that we didn't actually get a signal to resolve the long. So this is good. That means that we do have some potential upside coming in, specifically on the 15-minute time frame. Okay, now this area here, this is the day for the 15-minute time frame, right? So this play here from short to long did take 15, 30. You have the 45-minute hour, so you can see here that it took around 2 hours to get this play to work, right? So it's all good. We just, it's relative to time. So I want to just give you that idea so you are understanding where we could be going. Right now, the next thing I wanted to show you here was because I started looking at the immediate short-term time frame for signals of potential manipulation in the market, and I definitely noticed it, right? Because we definitely have an indicator here that can show you the strikes of manipulation live, right? So let's just go ahead and dive right in to that 30-second chart and look at today, right? So this is your Euro Open, so we definitely got a strike of manipulation here, right? And here are two strikes of manipulation signaling a continuation to the downside for the price, right? And now this one, very curious as it seems as though you're like, you know what? Oh my goodness, we just capitulated this thing all the way down from who knows where. So probably we should just start recovering down here and let this thing rip to the upside, right? Interesting that we would get it right at the bottom side and then price action kind of resolves, right? Well, yeah, I mean, that was kind of crazy, guys. 24.88 all the way down to 23.65. It's over a point. Like it's huge, right? So yeah, I wanted to display to you that the algorithm was able to catch signs of manipulation, and definitely those signs added to the downside pressure here. So, having some tools like this would definitely help you out at least, right? To determine if there is a present manipulation. But you should know that as you approach a critical support, if there's a manipulation signal, wow, that would introduce a potential upside or reversion, right? Now, if you're experiencing a downside and you're in the middle of a range, right, we're going to have to use the daily average true range here, right, to identify that, then that would likely mean continuation to the downside. Right. So just a quick little tip there in case you do decide to get yourself these indicators here, guys. OK, so now let's go ahead and go over the Jolly Ranchers chart here. Right. Because we definitely still have some upside to be figured. We were observing today a very, very nice pump to the upside. This 4-day candle ended up reaching around 24.88, and it did mark off a new high above the prior bar's close, which was 24.70. Okay, this is shifting volatility and momentum towards the upside. And if we're still observing behavior based on this 4-day iteration of bullish engulfing, then we know that our downside could have been located at 2263 based on a standard deviation of the lower bound of the first standard deviation at minus 8.45%, which is right here, right? We actually got that, and we got the bounce to the upside. Now, the average move based on 10 closes throughout the entire trading history of GME's life, we have 10 iterations total of this 4-day bullish engulfing. 9 of them have guessed the upside correctly, and 1 of them have been guessed incorrectly, right? So that gives us an average move, an average upside thrust of 14.48%. And that would be located from the firing of the closing of the candle, right? So the signal fired at the close of that 4-day candle, and that 14.48% would lead us to $28.23. I do have the upper bounds and standard deviations located right here. Of course, but we want to go ahead and just focus on the immediate short term first before we blow any kind of bubbles, right? So, and yeah, guys, so I do think that there could be a continuation to the upside so far. I'm going to go ahead and leave this video here as simple as humanly possible, but I'm doing this so that I can be able to split it into 2 videos so then I could give you some more information later on. There's usually a ton of information that I give out, right? So that can, give you analysis paralysis, and I don't want that to happen. So we'll go ahead and segment this thing out, and we'll release another video again later on today. Okay, team, but I would like to just express again, guys, make sure to join the ARCa Bulls trading team. We are trading the financial markets together in private, and I am definitely going over the price of all of these assets, including AMC, GME. We went over cost, we went over OPTT, we went over a whole bunch of things, and we were certainly already long on the play for Tesla. All right, guys, so congratulations to those who are winning here with the ARCa Bulls trading team, and remember to take your education to the next level, right? Make sure to get in touch with me at ArcMastersCourse to get information on that beginner's trading program. It is the mentorship that's now about 7 weeks long. It's just been extended, right? So please get in touch with me at ArcMastersCourse@gmail. Make a difference on your trading career. Okay, you guys, thank you so much for stopping on by. Let's go ahead and quit this thing right now, right? Please take whatever I do show and iterate within these videos as just a form of entertainment, as I cannot suggest for you to buy, sell, or hold any assets whatsoever, ever. I need you to do your own due diligence, and everything will be cool. But with that said, team, I wish you well a very, very good rest of your 4th of July, right? And I'll catch you at the bell on Friday. Adios.